attraction, displays and exhibits. Our tours are performed by a live guide using storytelling skills, occasional illustrations and props to enhance the experience for visitors. The group size is capped at 30 people for all tours, except Most Hidden and Haunted, which is capped at 20. The tour routes vary as guides adapt the tour to external circumstances, group needs and time. We endeavour to use information as close to relevant sites as possible. The Old Town is comprised mainly of cobbled streets, paved areas and steep slopes. Curbs can be uneven in places. Where there are particular hazards or weather issues, the guide will give the group due warning and guidance or avoid completely. There may be occasional seating available during the tour in the high street, but it is not guaranteed. Walking aids and stick stools can be requested in advance and returned at the end of the tour. Guides are trained to adapt tours for those with particular needs in order to provide the fullest possible experience. The guide will adapt the tour route to suit those using wheelchairs. The guide will include more descriptions for those with sight impairment. The guide will ensure that they are in the right position to communicate with those people with hearing difficulties, and will discuss all needs and respond according to personal preferences in terms of delivery. The guide will enunciate words clearly and slow the commentary to allow translation, but without having an impact on the tour experience. A written transcript of all our tours is available in English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, Russian and Mandarin. For visitors who would prefer not to have a guided experience, we provide an alternative in Descend and Discover, which allows access to the underground vaults without a tour guide. Participants are given an information leaflet, map and torch and can walk the vaults at their leisure. There is also an opportunity to watch an audio-visual presentation in the Discovery Room before descending. If the tour includes the underground vaults, these are accessed through a door 1092mm wide. There is automatic lighting above the entrance, which is triggered each time the door is opened. There are 3 steps into the main upper corridor area, with handrails to the left and right. Each step is 160mm high. The route to the vaults is through a doorway 711mm wide, down 3 sets of steps. Firstly, a set of 12 steps, which are curved with a handrail to the left. Then 2 steps, which are straight, with handrails on both sides, and finally a set of 15 steps which are curved with a handrail to the left. The stairwell is 1092mm wide. The steps are relatively even in size. Each step is painted with yellow paint to increase visibility. On reaching the lower corridor within the underground vaults, it does become significantly darker, and it can take a few moments for eyes to adjust. The entrance to the vaults at this point is 863mm wide. Throughout the vaults, the floor is hard earth and uneven. Where there are particular hazards, including a hard earthen ramp, the guide will use extra light to improve visibility. There are LED bulbs inset to the floor and candles at strategic points on the route. Although the majority of doorways in the vaults are wide, approximately 1270 to 1371mm, there is one narrow point where the pathway is only 585mm wide. There is no background noise. There are 2 walking stick stools available for use in the vaults for those who need additional support walking in the vaults and require rest. The visit to the vaults can be anywhere between 30 minutes and 45 minutes depending on the focus of the tour. Visitors who may require additional light to provide a more comfortable vaults experience may request a torch. Groups leave the vaults via the same route. There is no interpretation in the underground vaults. There are no steps in the underground vaults, but the floor is uneven.